RSPCA Washington has warned about an increase in pet biting around Perth suburbs after one family received an anonymous letter from a neighbor threatening to bait their pet dog if it did not stop barking. "You have no idea how close we are to baiting your dog," the letter said. The letter received by a Perth resident. Photo RSPCA Washington. "You are the only people in the street to allow their dog to bark, let alone howl. It's a horrible noise. One more morning like today and we will poison it. If we don't do it, our neighbors will." The letter comes off the back of a number of recent dog baiting cases, with the RSPCA Washington confirmed it had received 5 separate reports of pet biting incidents in Dianella, Northam, Gosnells, Seville Grove and East Victoria Park since early September. In another case, a pet dog was found on the brink of death by its family after they ate deadly poison that had allegedly been thrown over their garden fence. The dog was rushed to the vet for emergency treatment but had to be euthanized. RSPCA Washington Chief Inspector Amanda Swift urged pet owners to remain vigilant and warned possible culprits they could face a $50,000 fine and up to 5 years in prison if they were found guilty of poisoning an animal. "Anyone who thinks they are justified baiting an animal had better think again. It's a serious criminal offense. The amount of suffering caused by baiting is severe, and those responsible will face significant penalties if caught," she said. Hopefully most people will be mature enough to speak to their neighbor if their pet is bothering them, but unfortunately that doesn't always happen. Sometimes people just take it into their own hands to make the problem stop, and by that point, it's often too late. While no pet owner should ever have to worry about their pet being baited in their own backyard, it is happening, so I'm urging all pet owners to do what they can to reduce the chance of this happening to their beloved family pet. RSPCA Washington confirmed it was investigating all recent baiting reports, and it was in the process of prosecuting an individual for a suspected baiting case from earlier in the year. Swanbourne Vet Center's Dr. Tony Vigano told 6PR's Simon Beaumont it was important to keep an eye out for possible symptoms of dog baiting. "It sounds very much like rat bait or second-generation rat bait. It certainly will cause hemorrhage," he said. "The older rat baits used to be cumulative poisoning, but these newer ones can do the job in one hit. What you should look at, and there's all sorts of subtle changes with signs that you might see, but you might get a dog with a soft cough, which may be misdiagnosed as canine cough. You might get a dog that might have little wire brush hemorrhages in the paler parts of its skin under its belly. The dog might be a bit lethargic, or perhaps it might wince when you pick it up, anything that would suggest they're bleeding into a body cavity, and therefore there's a bit of pain in the chest. You'd be looking at those sorts of things." Under the Dog Act 1976, dogs barking excessively should be reported to a local council.